All right, let's move on. Here's a question we want you to ponder on, especially if you're a woman. I'm just kidding. This has been buzzing everywhere. Can women truly have male best friends without attraction creeping in? Now, Damilola Adigbite recently asked a viral question. Ladies, be honest. Can you truly have a male best friend you're not attracted to? Not just a close friend, but a real best friend. Someone you tell everything, cry to, and trust with your deepest secrets. This has reignited the gender dynamic debate. So what's the real deal? I'm going to start with the guy at the bar because I believe he has a lot of female friends. So I want to find out.
I'm really happy that you started with me. I'm really happy that you started with me because I really had something I wanted to say quickly. First, it is very possible for you to have a female best friend, and I'll tell you why. If you were in foster care and you grew up with a lady, a female, who you were able to talk, make friendship with and, trust with your deep, darkest secrets, and you guys were able to grow up together and, do stuff together, are you saying you can't be best of friends? I have had a best friend.
When you say foster care, that's when we were younger and growing up. I didn't know anything.
No. That's what I'm saying. That when we have now grown up, are you saying that we can't be best friends? And I have my own girlfriend. You have your own boyfriend, and I can tell you that this is what's happening. Do you understand? She has nyash.
Yeah, she has everything.
She has everything,
bro.
So let me give you an example. Let me be crystal clear here. I have had a best friend that is literally an hourglass that my wife knows. Like, I'm not in a good mood, I'm in my best friend's house. This is someone that I have seen inside out. Do you understand? But
apparently
we have never. No. Listen, Quincy. Listen, we have never had any type of, intimate relationship or
I thought you
anything.
had seen her inside out.
That's what I'm saying to you. So my point is this: you want to have a best friend who you are not attracted to intimately. Somebody who, come on, go wear cloth. I beg, wait till they worry this one. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you can have constructive conversations, and you can be best of friends. Look, it is very possible. The only way a guy will tell you that this is not possible, or a girl will tell you it's not possible, is they can't control themselves. They literally can't take a hold of themselves.
The discipline.
Okay,
they can't discipline themselves.
Before I get to you, I'm going to come to Quincy Jones, because to pick up from what you're saying, it is possible.
Absolutely.
But in the words of Ike, that's 1 in a billion.
That doesn't mean a lot.
So Quincy Jones, you also have a lot of female friends, and fortunately for you, you're single.
Fortunately,
so what do you think? Can women have male besties?
So I'd say this.
You see what? Now wait.
The question.
I didn't say can men have female.
No, that's women. If you'd allow me, sir.
Okay, yes.
The question is beautiful because it says, can women have male besties? Right? Yes, women can. That's how women are wired like that. There, in most cases, has to be a convincing factor, otherwise, to transcend your position from being an acquaintance to this, or to be a potential lover. There's always a box. A woman has to mentally put you in a box, right? So once you make your feelings known, then okay, then rare occasions, they like you without, all of that stuff. But women are so disciplined that they can have a male best friend. But can a man have a female best friend? Should be the actual question.
Yeah.
That's really what I would like a lot of people to tell us, right? There's biology does not dictate that this is
Possible.
Mostly possible. Not 100%, at least 90%. It's almost impossible via biology. But there comes self-control, right? I have how many female best friends? Maybe like 3, right? Yeah. And these are my guys, right? One of them I would call before I even reach out to any of my guys if I'm in a fix. And I think for most men, a financial fix is mostly like the highly rated fix that you can reach out for. I would call a woman
So you have no attraction to these women?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I only said I have best friends, and I also do say that I have optimum self-control, right?
So are you saying that you're attracted to these people who are your friends?
Sorry, pardon it's midnight. Me shokobo now. You know, no, of course I'm not. I'm not impotent.
Quincy says women are very disciplined. We have a woman on standby, Petite Talker, that's going to join us and give us some of her thoughts before I come to you, because I don't think they're that disciplined. I think they're more naive in this kind of situation.
Naivety, no, it's discipline.
All right. So Petite Talker joins us via Zoom on the Black Table today.
Hi, boys.
How are you?
He's saying it's impossible for you to be friends with the opposite sex.
That's not what I said.
Most of my male friends have helped me, not just the time when I do need someone to talk to. They've helped me build my career up until this point. My manager is a male. I've been friends with him for the past 5 years. Has he made advances towards me? No. Have we caught feelings for each other? No. It is possible with discipline. Of course, we are human, right? One point, person go dey like another person go dey like another person, but you know the reason why you guys decided to become friends, right? And you know for a fact that if you decide to, move away from that fact that you guys are just friends and explore other options, you would lose the friendship. So I'd say it's possible. All you do not need to have is just self-control, and at the same time remind yourselves why you're friends. About the previous conversation that we had about the 1 billion naira, I don't know who would think that 1 billion is not a lot of money. We digest too much social media that we are beginning to think that everything that we see on social media is real. People post and say they bought new cars, and we think they bought new cars. We're beginning to be so lost in that social media world. We need to come back to reality. 1 billion naira is a lot of money. If people don't know what to do with 1 billion, just give me to change my life around. And please, we can be friends. A male can be really close friends with a female, and nothing would happen. In fact, trust me when I say I have brought more gigs to my male friends than they have brought more gigs to me. So being friends with the opposite sex helps open doors. Everything is not all about.
Let me ask you this, Petite.
Room, right?
Let me ask you this.
We would each other's lives and add value, which should matter more than whatever feelings that you think that would come up later. So with that, please.
But let me ask you this. I want to ask you this question. The question is, have you ever had somebody that you thought was your friend, but you found out that he wanted more than friendship?
Of course, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Now it's left for me to want to explore that option or just, remain friends. So I feel like, I can't have something to do with my friend. I can't, move away. Once you're my friend, you're my friend. We might catch feelings, but it's not going to happen because we're friends. We have to remain friends. I don't want to lose you as my friend.
Yeah.
All right. It's a good thing we're friends. All right, let me piggyback off of you. What do you think about women being able to have male friends?
I think it's fundamentally down to socialization, right? How different individuals were socialized growing up, right? Most men are dangerously socialized along the lines of hunting and responding to, just physical attraction.
I like that, yeah.
And it's a fact.
I love that.
It's a fact, right? And so I do believe that even when they're telling themselves that this is a platonic relationship, somewhere in the back of their minds, if the opportunity were to present itself, they will strike harder than Didier Drogba will put a ball in an open net. But it doesn't have to be. If you speak to maybe 9 out of 10 ladies, they'll tell you, and she did reference it as well, that more often than not, the people they thought were just platonic friends, they found down the line had intentions. Maybe they were able to put guardrails in place. Maybe they prioritized, like she also said, the essence of the friendship above, just taking it to the romantic side of things. But the fact remains that whether it's male or female, we are supposed to have platonic relationships with members of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the world will be a funny place. Where imagine a
exactly.
world where you're only relating to the person you are romantically involved with, because you can't be sure that you won't cross the line if you have friends of the opposite sex. That won't just be a real world. So for me, first off, from the way I was socialized, so I grew up in a household where my father was a customs officer. He was always on transfer. And by the time I was growing up, my only brother was already out of the house. He was the first child, I'm the last. He's late now. The age gap between us, huge. My immediate older sister is almost a decade older than me. So my brother could be my father, right? So I grew up with 4 women, my 3 sisters and my mother. So I was socialized to see interactions with women as normal, right?
Okay.
I could sit in a room with 10 women and not think that there is anything different about us biologically.
That has a very huge downside because you might be faced, not you, the person might be faced with the challenge of communicating attraction.
Not necessarily, because if you step out of your family, the baseline of your interaction is not attraction, is not love. But of course you're human. The sparks will still fly if you connect with someone differently. So when it came to the point where I could have girlfriends and start dating, of course.
Hunting was easy?
The person I felt that for, I could have a different kind of relationship with. But then
what was the approach?
Regular, the approach is you feel something, a different kind of connection to someone, of course you'll express your feelings to them. My socialization didn't prevent that. What it did
I could totally relate with you.
What it did was to not make every interaction with a female potentially romantic.
Let me piggyback on that. Let me just quickly climb on that. You say, for people who are, of the mindset that you can't, have, the opposite sex as, friends, it's possible based on their backgrounds. For someone like me who grew up in the church background, I had female friends who we used to act drama together. We used to rehearse together. We're mostly around each other. In fact, when we were doing our WAEC, we were taught together. We're in class. We're always around each other. So we had friends, who we could relate with, who, in fact, at the time we even got into the university and we're still doing stuff together. We're still reading together. We're still encouraging each other. When we don't have money, my friend will call me, Alpha, you don't chop, make I send Indomie to you. We don't have anything intimate.
Absolutely. So if I made this statement,
hold on. See, this is what I think that we're not getting correctly. Right. There's a difference. Everything doesn't have to be sexual. Right? Finding your female friend attractive does not have to be sexual. But during the course of our conversation, sexuality has been on at the base of the other side of the conversation. But that's not what this is. As simple as your friend looking out for you, if my guy, as a man, consistently looks out for me, I know that he has my best interest at heart, right? He becomes super important to me. If my female friend, looks out for me, right? I can feel deep emotions for this woman. That doesn't have to be sexual. So the constant categorization of the other side of this friendship being sexual is what I'm trying to go against.
The only reason why it's sexual
sorry guys.
Because it's the opposite sex.
Yes, no.
But that's the thing.
I want to go back to...
You can, excuse me, sir. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead, wrap it up quick.
The reason why some of the prettiest men, and I use the word pretty, some of the prettiest men can marry babes that do not particularly meet societal appearance standards. It's not sexual. It's not the body. It was an attraction to the person. And I'm bringing that to the table to now say, these people that we're talking about as our friends, is there the possibility of you finding your friend developing feelings that does not have to do with sex?
So
everything is not sex. You see? So now why don't we discuss that angle? Because it seems like maybe I'm the one that has problem.
No.
wait,
So we have a lady waiting for us online. So I
before
want
we
to go
get-
back to her.
Oh my goodness.
I want to go back to
I
Petite.
think that those two things are actually together. Developing feelings and whether it goes into the sexual.
That's what you see. That's what they call now from clappy they enter
Exactly.
dance.
So
No,
it is from there that it gets into there.
People function differently. Let me even twist the convo now and drop
Okay.
this on the table.
Okay.
Is it possible that as men, please, before we engage the woman, is it possible that as a man, your sexual performance rating goes higher when you don't feel anything for the woman that you're having sex with?
why would you be having sex with
Example.
someone you don't feel anything
No,
for?
wait first now. As men, we play outside.
Jones.
Wait. There's a reason. I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. So apparently, for some men, right, if there's no attraction, there is a beast mode that comes to play. And then it's not reciprocated when it comes to the woman that
That they care for.
that they care for. You know, you're pampering her even during coitus, right? You're pampering her, you're treating her like an egg. You don't want her to break. But once it's you know, it is
And they win
you
match.
know, you flip her, you hang her on burglary.
it's wrestling.
All of those things is wrestling, but it's good wrestling. It's take her to the peak type of wrestling. So
I think
bringing that back now.
we've started
Wait,
eliminating
hold on. Hold on.
his
Now bringing that.
appetite.
Oh yeah. So bringing that back here now is also saying that they're not particularly together.
Yeah.
They're not. Dance and clap in this case is different.
I get you.
Let's- let me go back to Petite. She's waiting for us online. Petite, real quick, wrap this up for us. I want to ask you this question. When you find out that people you consider just friends want more than friendship, what do you do? Have friend zone in mind when responding to this question. Do you friend zone them or do you what?
Do
Cancel-
I friend zone them?
Yeah, or do you what? Do you cancel the friendship or what do you do when you find out that the male friends around you want more?
I don't friend zone them. My brother zone them.
Wow.
So I just make them understand that if we decide to, take this to another level, we could lose the friendship that we already have. So that alone is a risk on its own. Why would we want to explore something different where we're already good where we are?
That's an assumption, though. If you're single, there are people, and a lot of people around the
Yes.
world, who have gotten married and are happily married to people who they were initially friends with.
cannot-
I think the context here is if you are in a relationship, right, and you have a friend of the opposite sex, right, is that possibility there that it remains a platonic relationship, in which case it doesn't endanger or infringe
I cannot
on your
date- I cannot
relationship
date a
or what
friend.
you have?
Now,
I
said-
need to go
let
to
me-
that
she
relationship
said
with
she
the
can't
mindset
delete
that I'm
her friend.
attracted to you enough to, try something different. If you're my friend, please remain my friend.
I'm
Do not
sorry.
try to be something new or something
this
different.
is pissing me
you
off.
just-
no, hold on.
Please let me speak to
damage the
something.
whole
Let me
thing
speak to
between us.
something,
'Cause
right?
I
Hold
don't
on,
want
let
to
me-
try something new. You came to me, you wanted us to be friends. If you came to me with the intention that, you want us to try to, get to know each other, be friends, and then later explore other option. Okay, fine, other options.
So
It feels
flip the
good.
question.
But if you come
Has
to me
she
and you
ever
say, you just want
caught
to be my
feelings
friend,
for a
and
friend?
later on you come to me and you tell me that you have feelings for me, it makes
Perfect.
me feel like you're not a straight.
He just said something perfect. Have you ever caught feelings for a male friend?
Have I what?
Have you ever caught feelings for a male friend? Somebody that was your friend, you caught feelings for him.
Yes, but I killed the feelings because I'm definitely
Why?
not.
Why?
I
Please let me ask.
definitely
Why?
don't
Why?
want to lose the
Why did you
friendship that I
cut?
have.
Deck
Why?
says why.
Why?
Deck, she can
Why
hear
did
you
you-
actually.
Okay.
Deck is asking you why did you kill the
Why
feelings?
did you kill the feeling? Why?
Why?
Yes.
Because he said he want to be friend.
No, it doesn't. It's not just about that. I feel it's a risky situation.
Is
Also.
it?
You might.
You're single,
Is it?
You might.
You are single.
Guys,
Is
let
your
me
friend
break this thing for
and
you
it might not
people.
just end well. It won't end well.
Excuse me,
Because
sir.
it's someone that
Allow
knows
me.
Literally everything
That's
about
an
me, the
assumption.
good,
That's
the
not
bad,
true.
the ugly.
Yeah.
So at the
When it
core,
comes to relationship, I don't think your partner needs to know everything.
All right. I want Quincy Jones to give us a final comment on
please listen to
'Cause this can
this
go on. This could just be our
attentively.
main topic for
I
tonight.
like how she's painting this, and unfortunately for the world, quite a number of women think along this line. But I'll tell you what's at the core of this entire bad decision making efforts. Right at the core of this is value proposition. right? Typically, what do men stand to gain when being friends with female or with some certain women? What do women stand to gain when in their friendships with men, right? Who gains more if you were in a relationship? Who loses? Unfortunately, if you kind of look at it, if you get in a relationship, the men stand to gain more when there's a relationship. The women gain more when there's a friendship. That's the truth. Make we no lie. A female friend, bruv, most cases, because you're not bound to anything, right? And she's your guy. If she asks you for anything, you say, Bobo, I'm no ghetto. The truth is the truth. I can't give you anything at this point in time. But if you're in a relationship, it's almost like you're obligated to do it, so you need to find a way to make sure you deliver. You see? Who's gaining, who's losing at the end of the day?
But my concern in this discussion is this.
As a friend, as a friend, a woman would enjoy benefits, relationship benefits, and friendship benefits. For a man, in most cases, you would typically just get friendship benefits. Yes. Enough he passed like that. And then you can't do the do, right? Which is also like I was saying, a relationship benefit.
I think also the thing is, I think a lot of women blindly do not know that certain men that are their friends are interested in them. And men are willing to just sit back and wait.
Yeah.
A lot of men can sit back for as long as possible to wait for the opportunity. And women don't know these guys are just lying in wait.
So for me, if you're a single person, male or female, I think that you may not be optimizing your chances of finding the right partner if you label everybody that comes around you and say, oh, because the first time I saw you, you said you wanted to be a friend, you can never be anything else. I don't understand that logic.
Exactly.
I don't understand that. But if you're in a relationship, right, where if a friend, a platonic friend, has ambitions to become more, can infringe on the relationship, that whether you're married or you're in a committed relationship, it's not the best thing to keep people around who may be attracted to you. You may be inviting trouble, whether male or female.
So, like, that's why they say marry your friend.
So wait, hold on. You see what you just said?
Yeah.
Is where I'm a bit confused with what our sisters just said.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
I can't understand why she said she can't, have anything to do with her friend. When women are the people who say, you know what, I want to get to know you. I want us to be friends first so that we can transition into being.
Now, why did they break their hearts, my brother?
I don't understand. Like, you women say that you want us to be friends first so that we can get to know each other well.
Yeah.
So we have known each other well. Why are you saying that you said no?
That disqualifies me.
Why?
Because see finish.
Yeah. No, I'm not even sure it's just see finish, to be honest. I think that someone mentioned.
You know what? I want this to be our topic for tonight. Let's just keep going with this, because Petite is. I can see she's eager to say something.
Someone mentioned naivety the other time.
I did.
I mean, real life experience here. Growing up, especially when I was getting close to, and I got married in my 20s. I was getting close to decision time. What I found, if I'm being absolutely honest here, was that majority of the friends that I had, that in my own head, I never considered that the possibility of dating existed with. Soon as I proposed, it became clear to me that I had offended them, because suddenly they realized, like,
you're not available.
This guy is not available anymore. So
and they were hoping.
Actually, a couple actually said, oh, I didn't realize how deeply I felt for you, blah, 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 blah,
until I found out you were taken.
It was gone. So the thing for me here is that do not play yourself. That guy you said is your friend, and because it was friendship that brought you together, is ineligible to be your potential future partner.
Yeah.
A lot of women will confess to the fact that they found later that the person they took for granted was actually the best fit for them.
Yeah.
And I don't understand who prescribed that law, or who made that law that you can't graduate a relationship from friendship if you're single. But if you're in a relationship and it's a committed relationship, it's not advisable to keep people around you who you know or you suspect may be attracted to you, whether it's sexually or they just are catching feelings.
But Quincy Jones has answered that. because the women benefit from multiple male friendships.
I get that, but that's less than
They
ideal.
benefit from multiple male
Naima, they
friendships.
tell you now value proposition be this thing.
Yeah, I get.
Who benefits more at doing
I get
what?
that, but my point, Quincy, is this.
Bro, as your friend, I'm a babe. As your friend, right? You will give me bread.
No, I get that.
As boyfriend, you will give me bread, right? Cooking, and not fears, not go fears, but I go feel wine my babe, make it cook for me. Do you understand what I mean? I stand to gain more if I'm dating
come
you.
and pick me at
I
the
can't sleep with my female friend now. I won't even do that.
Yeah, but
you
if
see?
you flip
But
that-
if she's my babe, it's going down, man. You see?
Yeah.
So it's all of these
If you
things.
flip that, right? The woman wants to choose a partner. She's single, right? But here she is saying, whoever is a friend, whether she's benefiting materially from them, just by being friends with them, she's ruling down the possibility of considering them eligible to be with long term, simply because he's my friend. I don't get that logic.
Where do you feel the phrase, oh my God, I never knew you could do this to me, comes from?
I don't get the logic.
It comes from not being friends.
Okay, so in that case, the statement I wanted to make earlier,
Yeah.
and you guys are going to relate more to this
Yeah.
than he will.
No,
Does marriage
Yeah.
help that?
Nah, it makes it worse, to be honest.
As a married man,
Yeah.
it's easier for you to say, you know what, now that I'm married, I can have female friends.
Nah, it complicates it. Trust
and
me.
just be friends.
Nah.
Then if you're single in the market
Nah.
and you have so many close friends that you can pick and choose from.
No, so you've got to put discipline is the word, and being in control is another. So a lot of young ladies erroneously believe that the fact that a man is married is some kind of insurance
Safety
policy.
net.
Yeah, that at least he's married. Now maybe he can advise me, he can mentor me, he can, and then they let down their guard. If the other person does the same, then this whole talk about catching feelings, they will now say one thing led to another. And that's where the lines start to get blurred. If you're in a committed relationship, right, that you respect, you don't want to cheat on your partner, right? It's best to keep the lines very, very defined. My friends are only going to be platonic friends. And we're not going to get into situations where we cross the line. We're not going to talk all the time and say, oh, we're just friends. If you're spending an inordinate number of hours, even if it's just chatting with someone, they're occupying your mind space very regularly. It's only normal that some kind of emotional connection starts to build.
Thank you very much, sir.
It's just what it is.
Thank you very much, sir.
So do not, there's something in Yoruba they say, in your nifin room. What that means is that if you have no intention of ingesting or eating something, don't smell it, because you make other people lose appetite for it, right? So if you are in a committed relationship, please don't do it. That'll be because a lot of people have gotten themselves into very compromising situations under the guise of, I didn't realize it was going to. But the truth of the matter is, it was building up. Feelings don't jump on you one day. If you continue to entertain the person, if you continue to chat, you continue to hang out, to spend time together, you will find that even though you have a title of a Mr. or a Mrs. and you wear a ring or whatever, your feelings will start to gravitate towards that other person. It's just natural.
Okay, so let me. I want each of you to answer this question. Although I know what Quincy Jones' answer would be.
Yeah.
You seem to know me too well.
Let me start with Deck, and I know what your answer is.
Oh, my
you can
God.
have female friends, platonic, right?
Yes.
What about?
But hold on.
I've got the capacity.
I wanted to add something to what you said. So you mentioned that, as a married person, you shouldn't, give yourself the opportunity to, fall for certain things that you're not going to be able to control, what have you, right? But have you ever thought about the fact that, your best friend can now become your spouse's best friend as well? That in itself creates...
That can improve the friendship.
Yes, it creates a safety net, so to speak, because if we look at it critically, right, you realize, and I'll tell you why. Listen, you realize that you are almost always together with your spouse and this person. there is no space for you guys to be by yourself.
Does the person have a spouse that is also present?
Why is
the person also has a spouse.
Is the spouse also present?
Do you have 2 wives?
Is the spouse?
Or are you trying to do threesome?
No.
Abi, who be this? Which kind? Which?
Like,
what is all this?
Why is this friend
I'm
always
sorry. I'm sorry.
The person you're
I
seeing
understand.
is twins.
No. Can I be honest with
Or
you?
twin, rather.
Not to attack Deck,
Yeah.
but I think, this is just me thinking out loud.
Yeah.
This friend that is your friend that is female is your friend so much because that person is still single.
No, the person is married.
So where's the
Why are they
person's
not with their
husband?
The
partner?
person's husband is abroad.
And then the person
I'm
is
sorry.
single now.
The
No,
person-
the person
No, you
is
don't understand what I
married.
mean. The person is married, but the husband is not
okay,
around.
wait.
That's why the
So I
person
don't. I mean,
has
we're
time.
not friends
Assistant
anymore.
husband. Okay.
No, we're not friends anymore. You know, because something happened between me and this person, and you know,
Please,
it went
what
south.
happened?
Something was
and all
going
that
to
happened.
I'm
But-
sorry. Please, what happened?
Something was always going to happen.
Okay, so it was like a very,
Before
very
his
bad
sister went.
quarrel.
Wait, no.
It was a bad quarrel. It was just, you know, a misunderstanding between myself and the person. It was nothing.
As any
intimate.
friendship.
So the reason
It was
why,
friendship.
no,
It was
hold on.
basically.
So the reason
it was
why I want to
basically-
find out, the reason
it
why
was
I really
basically
want to
okay. You
find
know
out.
what you want to know?
Yes.
It was basically the fact that, you know, she gave my younger brother a job, and things went south between them, and she didn't have the decency to, you know, approach me and talk to me like I'm her friend, so that we can resolve it.
So
like a
how did she
family.
handle it? How did she handle it?
She sort of like,
Talk
you
about
know,
his family issues later.
it was. I mean, it was just derogatory. You know, the way she spoke to me, I didn't like it, and that was it.
So I'll take that. I'll take that as
Okay.
Deck's final comments. Let me get some final words from you. No, it's almost out of time.
Yeah, so for me, there is no circumstance that justifies being in too close a proximity to a member of the opposite sex if you're a married person or you're in a serious relationship. You've got to put the controls in place. You can have friends, right? They have to be platonic friends who
so,
are not
so,
spending.
so to speak, like the checks. Put the checks.
You've got to put the checks in place, you know.
See, this situation is so weird that even amongst men, male friends
It doesn't matter. Bring it.
sometimes become a problem for the wife. Say, you and gang. Now they don't think that anything negative is going on. It's just the amount spent
splitting- you're
together.
splitting
I don't know
Splitting
for the life of
attention.
me why we have chosen to ignore the fact that the male friends too can be
All right.
problem for the
You know
males
what?
too.
Yes, I agree.
Let's say some
I
final
agree.
words from
You know what I
Petite
mean?
Talker that's waiting for us on Zoom to hear what her final comments on this and all the guys she has friend zoned and brother zoned. Petite, let's have some final comments from you. Don't worry, we're going to stay friends.
Is that this thing called friendship, right? And feelings, we can't control our feelings. They come out when we least expect it. We might think we're just being friends with this person, but you realize that at the end of the day, the way I'm acting, no can be like person we just they all about friendship. If you're both single and you're willing to lose the friendship, then yes, you could explore that. But personally, I would never try to be something else with someone that I feel is my friend, because I know how I can be. And most times I'll be like, you know what, let's just forget about it. I
How
don't want to
can you
friends.
be?
I can be so emotional, and I don't want a situation whereby we have issues and I can't get back that friendship anymore.
What are you
So
getting in
yeah.
reference to value from your friendship with
All
these
right,
men?
Petite, you know what? After the show, I'm going to introduce you to Quincy Jones. Let's see how your friendship would
No,
work with
I
him.
not do. I beg. I not do. Please.
She didn't get brother.
Oh, I'm even your brother. I don't die without my
All right.
consent.
Petite, thank you so much for your contribution and for all the friends you have in your life.
Shout outs to them.
Thank you so much. I want to read a couple of posts that came via socials. At Sade says, you people have brought back this fine ass man, Bada. Whoosh. Moving on. She says, Ike should please take several seats backwards, coming from someone who went to a reality show for way less than that. Wow.
Point.
All right.
Point.
Adapo says,
Below the belt.
Adapo, shots fired. Adapo says, I agree with Deck. Essentially, I think Ike is encouraging people to surround themselves with individuals who have a similarly large financial mindset and ambition, suggesting that those who see $1 billion as a lot may not be in sync with goals of greater wealth. And Christian says, tonight's episode is hot. He says, come on, but hear ye me. My girl cannot have any male best friend. I beg.
He
T
has
for
drawn the
thanks.
line.
Joke says, Quincy, are you single and ready to mingle?
Oh yeah, now let's go, baby. Yeah.
Come on.
I'll wrap it up with this
Come
one from
on.
Adeola. She says, hi gang, no hard feelings to Olamide, but I love to see you host. No, my guy is my guy. I will not deprive him
beg
of
you. I beg you. Oh, God.
Olamide, I miss you, baby. No,
miss
Which one be
Olamide.
baby?
You
again?
did-
Actually, Olamide had like a minor tooth surgery,
Ouch.
so he's unable to do that, but hopefully he'll be back next week.
Get well soon, Olamide.
Yeah. So
Olamide
we're
is
gonna,
our
well
guy,
soon,
yo.
bro.
they say it's...
I have goat meat for you.
I'm chewing gum for you.
Bad guy.
They say it's a crime to toast with water, so we're not going to be taking a toast, but we will be having a tip for today. I want Bada to give us the tip for today. And for those of you who are wondering whether you can have male friends or not, be careful of what a hot body can do. Because that sometimes puts men to the test. But if they're disciplined enough, I believe they can stay your friend. But remember, relationships should start from friendship. Why does it sound like I'm giving the tip? Please, Bada. Bada.
I think you
Let's
Bro, you're
give
already
me
giving
the
the
tip
tip now.
Not even
Bada.
tip.
Let's hear from Let's hear
The
from
full
Bada.
length.
You know, this guy.
Let's hear from Bada.
Quite honestly, I think that the key word here is discipline. A lot of times, people know what direction of travel things are heading, but they keep denying it. My advice is be very clear up front what it is you want out of every relationship. If you're in a committed relationship, don't encourage. I mean, sometimes people actually enjoy the attention from people who are not their partners. And the continued enjoyment of that attention is only going to grow into something else if you continue to entertain it.
Friendly proposition.
So, exactly. So why are you, if you don't want that outcome, why are you building up to it?
Exactly.
So we've got to be honest with
That's
ourselves,
right? Not tip, tip.
That's it.
These
Yes, said
people
it all.
with
don't-
foot long.
he don't-
And that is why
With foot long.
we love the Black Table, because we're here every Friday night to continue discussions like this. Gentlemen, thank you so much for gracing the Black Table.
Thank you.
Always a
It's
pleasure.
always a
Having
pleasure to
us.
see you
It
guys.
was a pleasure.
All right.
Always a
The
pleasure.
night is still young. Like Olamide says, the brighter the stars, the darker the night. We'll see you guys next week with hopefully another female friend to join us via Zoom. And hopefully my man Quincy.
And shout out
your
to
boy Folashade? I think that's her name.
what's her name again?
Petite.
Petite.
Petite Stalker.
I don't know about that too.
Another
Bye.
hot body.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Ego be Petite.
Thank you so much for having me. And
welcome.
please do not give that boy out there a chance if you're watching this. That boy that came into your life as a friend should remain a friend. All these men, they know what they are doing.
You have seen it.
Good night,
You have seen
Petite.
it. It's even from a
Hot
place
body,
of
hot
hurt.
body dialogue.
Our friendship is from a place of hurt. I love it.
From the Black Table is good night. Catch you next week.